So let's get started. I hope you all can hear me clearly, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, yes.
okay. So welcome everyone. This is the second episode of our tutorial about introduction to machine learning, to data science and machine learning. So today we will dive in deeper into learning more about data, the application, the workflow, the types of analytics. We also look at machine learning and also artificial intelligence as the umbrella. So yeah, so we'll just continue from there. So last week we discussed about briefly about data, and if we can still remember what we discussed last week, like data is they're just raw informations. Data are raw information. So, like for example, figures, numbers, text, image, audio, videos, all these are data. Data became information when it had context. What is context? For example, as we are discussing here now, what we are doing, we are generating data. That's what we are doing now. But it's not meaningful until you have a context. What is the context here? I am delivering a lecture that is something tied to you guys that probably you have something to learn from me. That's the context of this particular lecture. That's what make it a meaningful information. So daily, like when we testing, when we are uh, tweeting on social media, all these are data. We are generating data. So it's happen like daily, like we generate millions of data daily. And those data, there is a need to make use of them. There's a need to bring out insight from those data. So that is what brought us to this presentation tonight. So as I said like numbers, images, video, text, all these are data. And the data with context give us information. So as a data science, what they do, data scientists combine statistics with computer science and domain knowledge to extract insight from data. They bring out meaningful informations, bring out insight, bring out useful information from data. That is what data science does. That is the primary aim of being a data scientist or data engineer or any of the area of data. So we keep cover all this last week. So we are just going to move further to dive in deeper. To first of all look at the workflow, the typical workflow of the iteration of data science role. This is what they do. First of all, they collect this data. They collect this data, then they clean this data, analyze this data, then visualize it to see any kind of pattern in the data. Then the last stage is prediction. So in general, in a nutshell, this is what we do on daily basis. Someone is coming in. This is what we do on daily basis. you know so you collect data from any source, probably like as I said earlier. What we are doing now, we are generating data. It might be test anywhere. We get the data from the source. They will clean this data, because the data, like, there are different there are different kind of data. It can be audio, it can be video, it can be text, different form of data. So you have to get those data from the source. Then you clean it, remove what is not needed. They extract what you think will be useful for you. Then you analyze it. Then when you do the you visualize, most of the data analysts they stop at this visualization. This is where they stop. After they analyze, they visualize it, then they will not kind of give you the what and what is all about, what they gain inside the game from the data. They will not give the information to the company to give them the description of what and what they can do based on the information they extract from those data. So it's only the data scientists that move further to predict. So data analysts don't predict. They only describe, look at the data, get insight with it, and advise business on what to do with the data they have extracted from their business. So these are the workflow. This is done, it's delivered through either through notebook or dashboards or model or through report. Those are the way these are the these are the different way of delivering this insight from the data. So we'll move further. If you look at it here, I try to create a flow of it so that you can really understand what it is. This first thing, as I say, is data collection. We collect data from different sources. Here you clean the data. Here you explore the data. Look at what is inside the data. Try to understand the data, how it's like. Then you explore it using different means to see how it is. Know why certain trend happen the way it is. Maybe it might be a sales data, like you generated data of maybe sales data. Maybe at last look at it, like look at the social time people buy stuff. Maybe there are kind of product that people buy during winter. What are those things that people buy during winter? What are those things that are really marketable? What are the time? What are the things that the company don't have to invest much on? All these are what we look at. Then you now use that to advise the company, like, look, this summer, this is what you should invest in. Winter, these are what your customer demand. This is what you should not be investing on. That will make you give them the insight, give them the kind of what the customer, what the business owner can focus on to minimize waste. So those are the things. That's what the analysis has. What the analysis is all about. When they visualize, analyze, then advise the business what and what to do. So as I say, it's only the data science that move forward that use those information to predict the future of the business. They use that to prescribe, to tell the company, like, look, this is what you can do in 5-10 years time for your business to be successful. These are done by the by data scientists. So I'll move further to this next stage. This is the most important part of this. If you understand this, you can apply it in any way. You can apply this in any form you want to. If you understand this particular section I'm going to discuss with you. There used to be 4 types of analytics. Although due to AI, there's an additional one, but this is the 4 main types of analytics. If you understand this part, you get you understand everything about. You have the understanding of data and which part you think will be suitable for you. So we have a description analysis. We have diagnostic analysis. We have predictive, and we have prescriptive. So as we go further, as you see, it's in ascending further. As we go further, those are the difficult stage. These are the values, while these are the difficult level. Now, the first one, which is descriptive, these are mostly used by data analysts. As I said earlier, they look at the business. I don't know if are you guys there. If you just do thumb up if you are listening to me, if you can hear me clearly. Okay, right. So the first one, is descriptive analytics. Those are used mostly by data analysts. As I said earlier, they extract your data, they use to describe what is happening to your data. They need to describe what and what the road path you can take regarding your business, what and what you can do. They will use it to describe your business and tell you what to invest on, what not to invest in. That is what descriptive analysis is all about. So they get insight into your business data. They bring out insight from the business data to advise you on what and what to do. So from there, we move to diagnostic analysis. This type of analysis is what is used for investigation. This is mostly used by the police department, FBI, maybe accident report, all those kind of investigate any form of investigation. Those are diagnostic analysis. What they do, they need to find out why this happened, what happened, how did it happen, when did it happen, why did it happen. They're kind of investigating what happened. Maybe, for example, some accident happened, someone died. They come around with probably the team, whatever the forensic team or whatever will go to the scene. They will go to conduct diagnostic analysis. That's what they do to find out why such thing happened, so that they will advise. So they will after conducting the diagnostic analysis, they will use to advise so that such will never happen again. That is what this diagnostic analysis is all about. They will ensure they carry out, they find out why this thing happened, how it happened, when it happened, what happened. They carry out all those checks. That would advise them on what to do next to ensure that such mistake or such incident never happen. So that is called diagnostic analysis. So most of the data analysis stop there. That's why you see this is inside, they stop there. It's between here, between descriptive analysis and diagnostic analysis. That's where data analysis job stops. So the third one here is predictive analysis. So what this does, after information is being gathered, they will use that information based on what they learn from the data to predict what happened. That is predictive analysis. They will use it to check what actually happened based on the information they've gathered. That is predictive analysis. So the last one there, which is prescriptive analysis.
Sorry, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So okay. So the third one, which is predictive analysis, who uses it? Is it both the police and the data analyst, or
Thank you.
it's only the police that use the predictive?
Yeah, thank you. From the third ones are used is from the third ones are for data scientists. The data analysts, they don't know how to predict. They don't use the predictive part. Those are from that predictive upwards are mostly used by data scientists. You need experts to work with that, because they have to get those data after they have checked, diagnosed, clean, get insight from the data. They will now use that data to predict what might likely happen next, so that whatever, so that we will learn from it. So they will use that to predict what is going to happen next. That is what we call prediction. Based on those data that they have gathered and what they have learned from the previous one, they will use to predict what will happen next. From this stage, it's mostly used by the data scientists. They predict. Why data analysts stop at descriptive analysis and highest diagnostic. They don't move further. Any from predictive, these are the job of the data scientists. So they need more experts to do all that, to predict, use those data to like tell you what will happen next in the future based on what you have learned from the previous data. Is that clear?
Very well. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that is predictive. So Data scientists, they are the one that use those tools. So there are different tools that are used for those prediction. Based on those data they have collected, they will now use it to predict. So the last one there, which is what? Prescriptive analysis. This is the higher. This is, you are gaining foresight into data. You are gaining foresight, that you are looking into the future of this data. You are gaining foresight. So this is the most difficult part, the highest level. So what is that? You are kind of advising based on what you have seen. You now prescribe. Like, for example, I'm going to give you an instance. Maybe you've been giving data. I collect data of your business. I've checked everything. I've tried to kind of uh, uh, um, what you can do with your data. I've checked your data. I've kind of predict when business is when to invest or so goods, when not to do that. Then at last, I will now kind of prescribe for you based on your data that this is what you can do. If you want your business to be in social direction the next 10 years, this is what and what you can do. Those are prescription. Like when you are prescribing drugs, you are prescribing based on the information from that data. You are using to advise this business like, this is the direction it can go the next 10 years. If you want to be successful, this is what you should not invest in. This is what you should invest in. You are kind of giving the company, you are prescribing for the company on the route to take in the next decade to ensure that they are successful. So you're not giving like, this is what you to do. These are the kind of what you do based on what I've learned from your past data. I'm very sure that this is where you should not, what you should do and what you should not do for you to be successful in the next decade. So I'm getting foresight to your business, like giving you prescription, like just like a prophet. But this one is like you are doing with data. I'm telling you the future of your business, which based on the data I have collected from your business, I'm very sure that this is what I will advise you that you will do the next year, that your business will move in the right direction. That this is what you should not do. This is what you should have, and this is what you do, which is what you not do. So these are prescriptive analysis. So these are the first step of analytics. Whatever we are doing, this information I'll be giving you, you get it from nowhere. And if you know this will help you to know where to focus on, which you feel you want to do. And when it comes to interview, if you're able to you're able to understand these four types of analytics, that is it. You are able to face any kind of interview, you are able to answer, you are able to know what to do when you are being given assignment. This is information is not related to anybody. I got this information directly and I share with you guys. I said, just this particular one, if you're able to get this information, believe you me, you will you will get a different mindset about data, and you will know what to do if you are moving forward from here. So that is about the type of, the four types of analytics. But now we have now moved to, we now have the, due to this AI era.
Sorry, Prof, let me take you back a bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because I am just trying to differentiate in clear terms this because there's a little correlation between predictive and prescriptive.
Yeah.
Because since in your explanation they all have to do with future, they have to do with future outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there any single is there any what is it called, any single this word or single way of describing that of differentiating the two?
Okay, thank you. That's a good question. If you look at it, this is predictive. You are kind of, based on the data, you are predicting what will happen next, right? What will happen next? You are predicting what will happen. Why prescriptive? You are kind of advising based on prediction. You are kind of giving advice based on what you have predicted to guide it in the nearest future. So, like, I predicted for you now, this is my prediction. Then, how can you make this work in the future? That is prescription. I'm not prescribing to you. kind of kind of a recommendation after I've predict for you and know that this is the right the path that you will take. Then I'm not kind of recommending for you, like give you a guideline on how you can focus on my prediction to guide you in your business. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. So I've gotten what I was looking for. So, like, the predictive is more of advice trying to identify what may likely happen. Then the prescriptive is a kind of recommending
Yes.
that, okay, if this is okay, the
Yes.
kind of recommendation. Okay, yeah, I
Yes.
understand.
Yes. After I've predicted, I'm not recommending for you. I'm giving you a structure that will guide you in the near future based on the prediction.
Okay.
Yes. So
That's
that is
fine. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you
Any
so
other
much.
question? See hands up there. Go ahead.
I just wanted to give an analogy of what you just said so that I get a clearer picture of what you're saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
From the descriptive to the prescriptive, it simply means like you going to the doctor, you know, the doctor will, you will tell the doctor what is happening because you've collected the data.
Yes.
Now you've maybe clean the data, transform the data. That's the descriptive side of it now.
Yes.
Then the diagnose side is just to say, okay, you've spoken to the doctor. I have headache, back pain, and all this kind of thing. So the doctor is kind of diagnosing that part to say, okay, this is a likely sickness that might be wrong, you might be going through.
Yes.
So he now gives you a prescriptive medicine. So
Yes.
if you take that medicine, that if you prescribe that medicine to you now, you now go to the prescriptive place where you say, okay, in the next time I have this headache, I can easily just go buy paracetamol.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
you. Yeah. You've said it. So that's it's not prescribed like next time, like whenever something happen, like this is what you should take for it, so that this is where you should go, this is where you should not go. So then that will guide you into the future, so that you don't make mistake in your business. So that I'm not prescribing to like this is what and what you can do for your business to be successful. If you go outside of it, you might have issue with your business also.
Yeah, I think I understand this prescriptive side. Just like Amazon knows that at a certain period of time, customer buy a particular product, there's a high conversion rate for that. So if you as a data scientist working for Amazon, you should be able to prescribe them and say within a certain period of time, make sure you have this kind of products at every summer, because a lot of customers try to buy that kind of product.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, thank you.
Correct. Yeah, welcome. So is that clear now? Do we move further? Somebody's coming in. You're supposed to be here since now, so that we don't. Okay, so is that's clear, right? Just thumb up if you all understand that now. So we'll move to the next one. Right. So we are still on the types of data analysis. So this one is slightly different. This is the new one. So we got descriptive. Let me bring this person in. We've got descriptive analysis, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. There's a new one here which is called cognitive analysis. This were birthed due to the era of AI. As you say, it used to be from decades, it used to be just that for. But due to this birth of AI, we have this new cognitive analysis, which is built on top of prescriptive analysis. So this cognitive analysis is kind of AI driven insight reasoning. It uses AI for reasoning. So it's based on AI reasoning. That is what this cognitive analysis is about. There are some examples like those chatbots, using automatically suggesting business idea and what I want to do using AI based on the data trained from your model. So this is kind of a based on AI driven, but we still believe on the 4 basic type of analysis. But due to AI, that's what brought this cognitive analysis, which is an addition due to the birth of AI. But if you still stick to the 4 type of analysis, you are absolutely fine. Those are the recognized one. But it's this birth of AI that brought this new one. I just decided to add it so that you guys should be aware of it. But the 4 basic type of data analysis, these are the 4 ones that I've just mentioned: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. Those are the 4 basic ones. So this cognitive is just like, I can even see it's an option now because it came newly based on the birth of AI. So that's about that. Any question before we move further?